Hello guys, welcome back to yet another video. So OnePlus 11 and OnePlus 11R have got the major update which is of March security patch. And there are so many more features which I wasn't aware about and did not mention in my previous videos. But in this video, I'll talk about each and every change, either its features or UI changes. We'll cover everything in this video. So now without wasting any more time, let's get started. So here I have my OnePlus 11 and the same update have been released for OnePlus 11R also. If I go to about section, you can see we are running OxygenOS 15 stable build. And guys, there's another exciting news for you guys. Android 16 beta 2 have been released for OnePlus 13 in China. So we are expecting this similar build to be released in India either today evening or within a day or two, and we'll be doing all the videos related to Android 16. And you guys drop your comment in the comment section below. Are you guys excited about Android 16 for OnePlus smartphone? Now moving on to the topic, so here under version you can see the latest version is 15.0.0.700 and the security patch is of 1st March 2025. I did not receive an OTA update on my device which is OnePlus 11, so I had to manually install, and the incremental update file was not available, so I had to use the full zip file. Full zip file is of 6.27 GB and incremental update size would be somewhere around 1.3 GB. And guys, now before talking about all the changes, we have somewhere around 84% of users who haven't subscribed to our channel. So if you guys find our content useful to you guys, then make sure to smash the like button and also consider subscribing. First of all, let me show you the change logs. So these are some of the changes what OnePlus have mentioned, but other than this, they have done a lot of UI changes. As I told you guys, we did not cover them in the previous videos, but in this video we'll talk about it. First, let's talk about all the changes what they have done. So now with this latest update, they have upgraded the launcher, and now we do have the slide gesture to change the shape of the folders. Either you can keep it horizontal, vertical, or the square shape. So let me move this application here, the folder, and if I long press, now if I drag, you can see we do have 3 different shapes, which includes vertical and horizontal. Now this way you can customize the folders on your device, but still with this update we haven't got the option to use the recent page in a stacked manner. That hopefully will be coming very soon. So as mentioned here, folder on the home screen can now be resized by dragging to 1:2 or 2:1. So here they are talking about this drag gesture. And after that, next change is now you can add 5 applications in the dock, even if we are using 4:6 grid size, or you can say the column option for the home screen and layout. So here we have 4:6 layout set, and still if I want to add any application here, I can just drag and drop that particular application, which was restricted previously. Previously we only had option to add 5 application only if we were using 5:5 or 5:6 layout. After that, if you see the next change log, which is related to the animation improvement for the quick setting tiles, or you can say notification panel. And yes, obviously you'll see slight improvements here in the animation of control center or notification. And in the control center, the change what they have done, which is not mentioned in the change logs, which is related to this brightness slider and the volume slider. Now we have got back those rounded corners, which wasn't the case previously. Like other OnePlus smartphones, on this device, OnePlus 11 series, we did not receive a feature called speaker cleaner. On devices like OnePlus 13 series, we do got that new feature which lets you clean the speaker. That feature is not been added here on OnePlus 11 series. After that, now finally they have also added the circle to search feature. So now by default, if you long press on this pill, we have the circle to search feature. It basically lets you search anything present on the screen just by drawing around that particular object. Many people were waiting for this feature, and finally it has been added. And if this feature is not working, you can just go to the system navigation option, scroll towards the bottom side, and here we have an option called circle to search. Make sure this is enabled from here. Also in the recent page, instead of that cross icon for closing all the applications, now we do have the close text with a huge pill. And there are few changes which we got to know from a Twitter friend called Gadgets Hub. He's made a detailed thread about all the changes. Make sure to follow him, guys. He did mention in his thread about some icon revamp on the smart sidebar, and you can take a look at the screenshot. He's also mentioned about the game dashboard changes, and similar to what we see on Realme devices, now the game manager can be accessed from one side of the screen. Previously we had the option to trigger gaming dashboard either from the right top corner or from the left top corner, but as mentioned by Gadget Hub, now we only have option to drag it from the left side. And I personally did not like it. They have also done some changes in the wallpaper section. Now all the 3 options like recents, album, carousel, they look very basic. Previously we had a preview for these options, which has been removed by OnePlus, and they have made it very basic. And also if you try to apply any wallpaper, and after that tapping on wallpaper section here, the album option also got revamped completely. And these changes I'm personally not liking it. Also, I'm not sure about this change. Under carousel wallpapers, we do have an option to set customized wallpapers. I'm not sure whether this option was available before or not, but if you guys are aware, do let me know, because I've updated all my devices to the latest build and I can't cross check. So basically here you can add custom wallpapers and you have two options to select the preferences. One is nature and the second one is lifestyle. You can select any one of them and accordingly you will get few wallpapers. Maximum wallpapers what you can add is 50 wallpapers. And under live wallpapers, now we do have new 4 wallpapers from Realme devices. After that, few applications also got upgraded and one of them is the clock application. Now stopwatch also have the support of that dynamic island type stuff. So if you run the stopwatch and go back to the home screen, here you can see stopwatch in live capsule form. Previously we only had the timer option, but now stopwatch have also been added. After that, they have also added this new application called Translate. And actually it's a very useful application, guys. I did use on my other OnePlus smartphones. Like if I'm not aware about my local language while staying in Bangalore, I can use this application. You do have the options like conversion. You can also do live translate. And if you see the language options, now OnePlus is slowly adding more language options. Like for the India also they have added Kannada, Marathi, Gujarati, Tamil, Malayalam, Telugu, Punjabi, etc. You also have the option to record the source language. For the conversation, you can use the split view. Like both the parties can have conversation by seeing the screen if the language is not understandable. After that, we have a new option called screen translate. So for example, if you're using this feature and if I open up a Chrome and let's take example, I just need to convert the content present here. I'll tap on this floating icon. Depending on my requirement, I'll select the full screen. And here if you see, I can also make changes in the language. So currently the content is written in English. What I'll do, I'll try to convert in Hindi. So tapping on done, I'll change from English to Hindi. Here you can also select auto. So device will automatically recognize the language and do the translation stuff. I just have to tap on full screen and now AI have converted the content in Hindi language. If you want, you can also select the partial option. And just by tapping on this turn off button, the floating icon will disappear. Also, the applications like Instagram now do have the support for floating windows, which wasn't the case before. Some minor changes you can also find in the My Files application. Previously, the text options of source, quick access and tag were very small, but now they have increased the size of these text. And under cleanup, we do have two new options. One is app lossless compression. So here you can compress the application without affecting the performance of that particular app. And the same way you can merge duplicate files. So these two new options you'll see under cleanup tab of My Files. And another change what you'll see in the file manager, now you can set privacy password to protect your data for the recently deleted files, where this option was not present before. So here we have an option. If you open it for the first time after updating your device, you'll see a pop-up which will say set a privacy password to protect your data. And this is for the recently deleted file. And if you don't see the pop-up, tap on these 3 dots, you'll have an option to set privacy password. And after that, they have also mentioned improved the music player control in the live alert for Spotify. And this change they have mentioned on almost every OnePlus smartphone. I personally did not notice any kind of changes there. And at last, let's talk about the performance part. So with the Geekbenchmark application, we did notice slight better results on the latest build when it comes to multi-core. Previously, the scores were 5274. Now the scores are 5541. On this latest build using Antutu benchmark application, scores are 16,28,360. On the previous build, scores were 16,34,025. Slightly better scores on the previous build. And with the CPU throttling, this time maximum CPU throttled 58% with the average gips of 3,97,000. On the latest build, maximum CPU had throttled 48% and the average gips were 3,58,000. With the wildlife extreme stress test, this time we got stability scores of 66.4% and we had similar scores on the previous build which was 66.4%. So in terms of performance, I don't see any kind of major improvements, but still I'll keep you guys posted in our in-depth review video. Meanwhile, if you guys have any kind of questions, you can drop them in the comment section below. This is your friend Ashok signing out. See you guys in the next video.